I understand you went to Oxford.
Yes, I went there.
When was this?
Well, I told you I went there.
Yes, I heard you. I'd like to know when.
It was in 1919. I only stayed for 5 months. That's why I can't really call myself an Oxford man.
You're right.
It was an opportunity they gave to some of the officers after the armistice. We could choose to go to any of the universities in England or France. I chose Oxford.
Open the whiskey, Tom, and I'll make you a drink. Then you won't seem so stupid to yourself.
I'd like to ask Mr. Gatsby one more question.
Go on.
What kind of a row are you trying to cause in my house?
He isn't causing a row, you're causing a row. Have a little self-control.
Self-control? I suppose the latest thing is to sit back and let Mr. Nobody from Nowhere make love to your wife. If that's the idea, you can count me out. Nowadays, people begin by staring at family life, family institution. Next, we'll throw everything overboard. I know I'm not very popular. I don't give big parties, invite every riffraff from Broadway and the picture shows. I suppose you have to turn your house into a pigsty in order to have any friends.
We can talk about my house later, when there are no ladies present. What I want to tell you, old sport, is...
Please don't, please. Why don't we all go home?
That's a great idea. Come on, Tom, nobody wants a drink.
I'd like to know what Mr. Gatsby has to tell him.
Your wife doesn't love you. All right? She never loved you. She loves me.
You're crazy.
She never loved you, do you hear? She only married you because she got tired of waiting for me. It was a terrible mistake, but in her heart, she never loved anyone except me. Why don't we all just head back to...
You're not going anywhere.
Yes, we are, Tom. Come on, Daisy.
It's time someone told you exactly what they thought about.
Are you really going to lecture me on character, Jordan? That's a laugh. Nick, has your girlfriend here told you about the tournament at Asheville? That she cheated to win that tournament. The great golf champion. Now, what was it you wanted to say to me, Jordan?
Let's go, Daisy.
Sit down, Daisy.
Now, see here, Tom. Stop yelling at her.
I want to know what's been going on.
I told you what's been going on. Going on for 5 years, and you didn't know.
You've been seeing this fellow for 5 years.
Not seeing. No. We couldn't. But both of us loved each other all that time. And you didn't know.
You must be crazy. I can't speak of what happened 5 years ago, because I didn't know Daisy then. Now, see how you got within a mile of her, unless you brought the groceries to the back door. All the rest of that's a lie. Daisy loved me when she married me, and she loves me now.
No.
She does, though. The problem is, sometimes she gets foolish ideas in her head and doesn't know what she's doing. What's more, I love Daisy, too. Sure, every once in a while, I go off on a spree and make a fool of myself. I always come back, don't I, Daisy? In my heart, I love you all the time.
You're revolting. Nick, did he treat you to the story of this spree of his in Chicago and why we had to leave Santa Barbara and the Riviera?
Daisy, that's over now. None of that matters. Just tell him the truth. That you never loved him, and this will all be wiped out forever.
Why, how could I love him?
You never loved him.
I never loved him.
Not a no-no?
No.
Not the day I carried you down from the punch bowl to keep your shoes dry? Daisy?
Please don't. There, Jane. You want too much. I love you now. Isn't that enough? I can't help what's past. I loved him once, but I loved you too.
You loved me too.
Even that's a lie. She didn't know you were alive. Why, there are things between Daisy and me that you'll never know. Things that neither of us can ever forget.
As if it mattered to you.
Of course it matters to me. You know it matters. I'm going to take better care of you from now on.
You don't understand. You're not ever going to take care of her ever again.
I'm not? Why is that?
Daisy's leaving you.
Nonsense.
I am, though.
She's not leaving me. Certainly not for a common swindler who'd have to steal the ring he put on her finger.
Please don't. Oh, it's so hot. It's so hot. Please, let's all just go home.
I'll take care of you.
Who are you, anyhow? You're with a bunch that hangs around the Meyer Wolfstein. That much I have to know.
Let's go, Daisy.
I've made a small investigation into your affairs, Mr. Gatsby.
Suit yourself about that old
I
sport.
found out what your drugstores were.
What about them?
He and Miss Wolfsheim bought up a lot of side street drugstores here and in Chicago and sold great alcohol all over the town. That's just one of his little stunts. I picked you for a bootlegger the first minute I saw you, and I wasn't far wrong.
It's prohibition. Nobody cares. And where do you get your booze from, Old Sport?
Stop calling me Old Sport. This drugstore business, it's just small change. You've got something on now that's big, something everyone's afraid to tell me about, something to do with Wolfsheim. But I'll find out about it. I'll find out about it, Old Sport, and you can bet your drugstore's about that.
Please, Tom, I can't stand this anymore.
You two go on home, Daisy, in Mr. Gatsby's car. I don't think he'll annoy you. I'm sure he realizes his presumptuous little flirtation is over.
Excuse me.
Play this stuff? Jordan? Nick? Nick?
What?
Want it?
No.
What's the matter with you?
I just realized today's my birthday. I'm 30. I am 30 years old. I was 30, and before me stretched the menacing road of a new decade. It was 7 o'clock by the time we got back into the coupe and started for Long Island. Tom talked incessantly, exulting and laughing as if he won a football match. Human sympathy has its limits. And beside me, her head on my shoulder, Jordan nestled close. But I didn't know her anymore. 30. The promise of a decade of loneliness. A thinning list of single men to know. A thinning briefcase of enthusiasm. Thinning hair. So we drove on toward death through the cooling twilight.